Okay, I believe this is going to be the final video. I've finally finished this build, and ahead of time too. I was estimating sometime in spring, but no, it's done. I don't think I'm gonna make any more changes. The only thing that might change is the magnets that's on the power cylinders. I'm thinking of getting a more low profile. It's just a slightly higher than I'd want, but we'll see. I'll have to source something thinner than what I'm using at the moment. I was using this one here, but it's just slightly higher than what I presently have now, which are these ones here. These here. So that's what it's in there right now, a couple of them. So I'm thinking about either using those two down here or just switching up with this, or if I can find something much thinner, preferably something like this one here, the one above. This one apparently is, I think it's just one piece, so I can't take that thing apart. So we'll see. Anyway, might as well start with the power cylinder. There are 5 different types to choose from. I chose E. It was just a random thing. I just liked how it looked. It's your choice, really. And I got all this stuff from blasterfactory.com. And stick. When I first started to build this, I was thinking of painting this flat black. And with that in mind, I think my second video, I was of the end cap I weathered with aluminum black. And as mentioned, I didn't like, it was fine, it was okay, but I didn't like the overall finish of it, or how it would look when in final assembly. And then I came across a thread on Star Wars Blaster group on Facebook regarding how the E-11s, base anyway, the Sterlings, it had an original finish of crinkle paint, and it wasn't flat black at all. So I got to thinking, okay, well, to me, in my opinion, it looks much better than the flat black. So it was there at that moment where that I decided to go with crinkle paint instead. And so I redid the bubble, the end cap, used crinkle paint, along with the receiver, the stock, this part here, as well as this, pretty much, and also the hangster. Is it the hangster? No, I'm sorry, the magwell. So let me do a one. Let's bring this up close. 1 second. Alright. So like I said, this was also crinkle painted. This one here too. This one here is a vintage Sterling mag cut to size. Other parts. This is faded flat black. Let's see this here. A scope railing. That was satin black, I believe. Satin black. I've also gone over the scope in a separate video. This is flat black, and beneath the satin black was hammered black paint, and satin black paint over it, and weathering done with acrylic bronze paint. Very subtle. I didn't want to overdo it. Okay. See, this part here on the opposite side was flat black. The bolt, again, like the end cap, I had initially used aluminum black. Actually, the finish was much better than what I'd done with the end cap, but again, it just wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, so I decided to paint this whole, well, these sections flat black. That's what I did. You know, other guys have, first of all, before I go into that, this one does, pull this one back, I can do a little stirring, but it can only go so far because of the screws here that hold the stock. They protrude into the receiver, inside the receiver, so that's why it can only go so far, which is fine. I don't plan on racking this thing back all the way, so it's all good. Hangsler counter, it's actually the Hangsler counter. There were options to get the vintage one. The kit that I got has a replica, so, and just for accuracy's sake, I also included a screw. I wish I had made it much lower than it actually is, but it's all good. The power cylinder, okay, let's go with that. Again, it's, as mentioned earlier, 2 magnets here. It's not glued or anything, it's because the base is steel, so it's magnetic as well, so it's removable. So you can see it's movable there. So looks pretty good actually. It's handmade by Chris. Again, vintage. I love this patina finish on this thing. Didn't have to do anything to weather this at all. This one here, the screws, I perma-blued. It was steel, so that was perma-blued and not aluminum black. What else? T-tracks. Yeah, that was quite a challenge to put on, but I'm glad of how it turned out. Again, okay, well, since I'm on the T-tracks, I got to give shout-outs to, obviously, Chris for his ongoing support online. Problems I encountered, he addressed and helped me out on that, as well as his videos, build-up videos of this kit. And also to zjunlimited, or Morgan Shee. His videos also, he had a build a video on YouTube. I used that also as a resource to help me build this, do this project. He also posted a lot of his build on the RPF forum, and I also use that as a resource. And last but not least, no, actually there's also one more. I'll mention Scott Juarez of Crucible Custom Props. his extensive knowledge of this helped quite a bit as well. I subscribed to his Patreon page, and his video on particularly the T-tracks, installing T-tracks, was very helpful. There's also one more person I'd like to thank as well. Was this guy on Instagram. He did a Fieldmarshal kit. Star Wars models and props. There you go. He helped out a bit too, asked him some questions, and he responded accordingly. So thanks to him as well. Whoa. This one does work. Trigger, spring loaded. There's a switch selector that mimics the. This is actually an electronic switch, three-way. It's not as clicky as you'd like. When Chris did this, was building this, he made it possible for electronics to be installed in this one, and so this switch is actually a three-way activation switch. So it's going to be static. I don't plan on putting any electronics in this thing. So what else? Is there anything else with this thing? Oh yes, the stock. It does. Let me do it the other way. It's much more easier for me to do it this way. So it does kind of swing open, wide. Okay, just so you press this against your shoulder. Okay, so I'm just gonna swing this back. Okay. I guess that's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else more to say, really. Other than that, it was a fun build. Best yet, actually. It's all the blasters I've built so far. This was fun. So let me put this back on here. And so yeah, I'm so glad I went with a crinkle finish. It just looks so much better. So much better. I guess that's about it, guys. That's all. That's all she wrote. Thanks for watching.